negotiation queen.
There are three kinds of people in this city. Those who pay rent on time, those who pretend they will, and those who negotiate their rent like it's a hostage situation. Jason was the first kind, until life shoved him into the second. But his auntie, Bola, she belonged to the dangerous mythical category, the third. And today she had arrived. Jason stood in the middle of his apartment holding a bright red eviction notice, like it was a bomb about to explode. Rent overdue, $1,800, final notice. Jason sighed, rubbing his forehead. How can rent be $1,800 when the building looks like a retired prison? His phone buzzed. Work email, more stress. He muttered, if one more bill shows up, I'll personally fight the economy. Then a knock on the door, a soft knock, gentle, polite, almost shy. Jason froze. Only one person knocked like that. He opened the door slowly, and there she was, Auntie Bola, suitcase in one hand and a bag of dried fish in the other, and the expression of a woman who feared nothing but God and slow Wi-Fi. Jason, she shouted, pulling him into a hug so tight his spine questioned its purpose. Look at you, you've added weight though, but don't worry, I brought ginger. Jason blinked. Auntie, what are you doing here? She pushed past him like she owned the building. I came to save you. Your mother told me you're struggling. Jason growled internally. I said I was fine. Auntie Bola waved her hand. Shh. Men shouldn't lie so early in the morning. Where is your kettle? I want tea. Jason watched as she made herself at home, rearranging furniture, inspecting his fridge, judging his life choices. And then she found the eviction notice on the table. She picked it up slowly. Jason, she said, very calm. Why is the landlord threatening my family? It's just late rent, Auntie. Auntie Bola narrowed her eyes. Late? In my presence? Look at this handwriting. Even the notice is poor. Auntie, he pleaded. Please don't get involved. But it was too late. Auntie Bola folded the paper with the precision of a military commander. Call that your landlord, she said. I want to schedule a negotiation. Auntie, please, no. Jason, she interrupted. If I can negotiate your uncle's stubbornness for 25 years, I can handle one landlord. Jason buried his face in his hands. This was not going to end well. As chaos brewed inside, drama approached from outside. Misha, Jason's neighbor, knocked on the open door. She wore pajamas, a bonnet, and the external exhaustion of a single mother. Jason, who raised the rent again? The landlord, acting like Beyonce is moving in. Then she saw Auntie Bola. Oh, hello, you must be Jason's aunt. Auntie turned, smiling with the warmth of a queen greeting her people. Yes, my dear, and you must be his wife. Jason choked. Misha burst out laughing. Oh no, Auntie. If Jason were my man, trust me, he wouldn't be living like this. Jason, what does that mean? He said. Auntie examined Misha like she was judging produce at the market. You have good hips. You will bear strong children. Jason, your auntie is wild though. I love her. Jason felt his blood pressure rising. Auntie leaned closer. Misha, you look stressed. Is the landlord disturbing you too? Misha crossed her arms. Every month, oh. I swear, if I had African Auntie powers, I'd fight him myself. Auntie Bola's eyes lit up. Then come, we are going to speak to him. Jason panicked. No one is speaking to anyone. Auntie Bola ignored him completely. Jason, get my bag. We are leaving. Jason whispered to Misha, if the landlord throws us out today, please let me sleep on your couch, oh. Misha smirked. Depends. Can you cook? Jason sighed. She laughed. But there was no time. Auntie Bola was marching towards the landlord's office like a general leading an army of two. The three of them walked down the hallway. Auntie Bola greeted every tenant like she was running for office. You'd think she lived there her whole life. In the elevator, she turned to Jason and whispered, don't talk, you will ruin my negotiation. Auntie, please don't threaten him. Jason said. She gasped. Threaten? Me? What kind of person do you think I am? Jason sighed in relief. I will only intimidate him slightly. Jason face-palmed. The elevator dinged. Time for battle. The landlord, Mr. Peter, was a tall, bowed, serious man who ran the building like it was a kingdom of fear. He looked up from his desk. Jason, you're late on rent again. Auntie Bola stepped forward. Actually, we are here about the rent. Peter blinked. And you are? Auntie Bola, Jason's financial advisor and emotional support system. Jason whispered. No, she's not. She elbowed him gently. Auntie pulled out a chair without being invited and sat like royalty. Mr. Peters, let us talk like reasonable adults. Peter frowned. The rent is late. The fee is non-negotiable. Auntie Bola smiled gently. Too gently. Ah, non-negotiable? My dear, everything in this world is negotiable. Peters blinked. Jason began silently praying. Misha crossed her arms, ready for entertainment. Auntie started her legendary negotiation routine. Phase 1. Flattery. First, let me say you look very handsome today. That bald head is shining like God polished it himself. Peters stuttered. Thank you. Jason whispered, kill me, please. Phase 2. Guilt. You want to throw this innocent boy into the streets? A boy who works so hard? A boy who eats noodles for breakfast, lunch, and dinner? Auntie, please, Jason said. Quiet, she murmured. Phase 3. Unexpected personal story. When I was a young girl, my landlord tried to overcharge me. You know what happened? He ran away from the village and never returned. Peter said, wait, what? Auntie leaned in closer. Stress. He couldn't handle it. Jason's face turned pale. Phase 4. Logic. Look at this building. Look at these old carpets. Look at the paint peeling like onion. You should be paying us for living here. Misha burst out laughing. Phase 5. The closer. Auntie suddenly stood up. I am asking for 2 months extension and a rent reduction. Peters blinked. That's impossible. Auntie Bola raised one eyebrow, the kind that carried centuries of ancestral authority. Peter swallowed. I can give 1 month extension. Auntie waited. He sighed. Fine. 2 months. And a $200 discount. Jason's jaw dropped. Misha clapped like they were at a concert. Auntie Bola beamed. Good. See? Negotiation is sweet when done properly. Peters looked confused, dazed, silently afraid of her. Then he cleared his throat. Actually, Miss Bola, would you ever consider working for me? You seem gifted with tenant relation. Jason's mouth fell open. Auntie Bola smiled proudly. Of course, my fee is affordable, depending on your attitude. Peters nodded nervously. Auntie stood, smoothed her dress and headed towards the door. Jason and Misha followed her silently, stunned. Just before they exited, Peter muttered under his breath, please don't curse me. Auntie Bola paused, turned slowly. My dear, I don't need curses. I have confidence. Peters nearly fainted. They stepped into the hallway. Jason grabbed Auntie's arm. Auntie, what was that? She shrugged. Simple negotiation, my boy. Simple? You just bullied my landlord into giving me a discount. A discount you very well needed. She corrected. Misha laughed. Auntie, you're terrifying, you know. Please adopt me now. Auntie patted her cheek. Come for dinner. I will cook jollof. Misha gasped dramatically. Say less. Jason sighed deeply, but there was something new in his eyes. Admiration. Auntie Bola, thank you. She winked. Of course. Now let's go home. Your carpet is embarrassing. The next morning, chaos erupted. Word had spread through the building that Auntie Bola defeated the landlord. Tenants knocked on Jason's door one after another. My rent increased too. Can your aunt talk to him for me? Does she also negotiate utility bills? Does she do relationship counseling? Jason panicked. He opened the door and found 10 tenants waiting in a line like she ran a government office. Auntie stepped out of the kitchen, wearing an apron that said negotiation queen. She wasn't surprised. Ah, my people. Who is first? Jason pulled her aside. Auntie, please stop. You cannot fix the whole building. She shrugged. Why not? Auntie Bola, this is madness. She placed a gentle hand on his shoulder. My child, sometimes communities need a voice. Jason didn't have a comeback. Auntie Bola held tenant consultation in the hallway. One tenant cried about noisy upstairs neighbor. Auntie Bola said, pour holy water in front of their door. They will fear you. Another tenant complained about plumbing. Auntie Bola said, flush with authority. Pipes respect your confidence. Another tenant's boyfriend cheated. Auntie Bola said, break his PlayStation. Jason whispered, Auntie Bola. She waved him off. Let her heal. Meanwhile, Misha acted like Auntie Bola's assistant, handing out tissues, snacks, and gossips. The building loved Auntie Bola. Jason was terrified. By afternoon, a message arrived from the landlord. Mandatory building meeting at 6 p.m. All tenants required. Jason stared at it. Oh no, he's going to throw us all out. Misha snatched the paper. Relax, he's scared of Auntie Bola. Jason bit his lips. That's what I'm afraid of. Auntie Bola, however, simply nodded. Good, it's time for the final negotiation. Final? Jason nearly passed out. The meeting took place in the lobby. Tenants gathered like they were awaiting Judgment Day. The landlord cleared his throat. I appreciate everyone being here. I called this meeting to address concerns. Auntie Bola raised her hand. No need. We already know the concerns. She stepped forward like a general stepping onto the battlefield. Mr. Peters, this building needs repair. The rent is too high, and your communication skills need seasoning. Tenants murmured in agreement. Peters looked overwhelmed. Auntie Bola continued. Now, instead of arguing, let us create a peaceful argument. Jason whispered to Misha, why does she talk like she's in parliament? Misha whispered back, shh, let her cook. Auntie Bola laid out her demands. Repairs within 30 days, fair rent caps, better maintenance, respect for tenants, and free laundry for 1 week to reset the relationships. Peter opened his mouth to protest, but tenants chanted, yes, Auntie Bola, we support. Let Auntie speak. Auntie for president. Peter sagged in defeat. Fine, he muttered. I agree. The tenants erupted in applause. Auntie Bola bowed like a queen acknowledging her subject. Jason stared at her in awe. How did she do this? Again? After the meeting, tenants hugged Auntie Bola, thanking her. Misha recorded everything for her Instagram. Jason pulled Auntie aside. Auntie Bola, today you saved an entire building. She smiled. My child, sometimes people just need someone to fight for them. Jason's voice softened. I'm proud of you. Auntie Bola gasped dramatically. Ah, Jason, don't make me cry in public, oh. Jason laughed genuinely. Then Auntie Bola placed a hand on his cheek. But remember, strength is in you too. You just needed guidance. Jason nodded. Misha joined them. Auntie Bola, can you help me negotiate my car insurance next? Auntie Bola grinned. Of course, my dear. Bring snacks. The three of them walked back to the apartment. Auntie Bola leading confidently. Jason smiling for the first time in weeks. Misha laughing beside him. The building behind them felt lighter, calmer, safer. All thanks to one unstoppable woman. In every city, there are legends. Some carry swords, some carry magic. But sometimes, the strongest legend of all carries a handbag, a loud voice, and the confidence of 12 ancestors. Thank you very much for watching this lovely tale, besties. Until the next tale, don't forget to like, subscribe, and drop a comment on what you think about Auntie Bola and where you're watching us from. Well, until the next time, love you. Mwah.